It has changed a lot since 2011. A lot. Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Civilization 4, Caveman2Cosmos, with me, Idiotically, playing as Yagan of the Aboriginal Empire, or the Aborigines. Yeah, the game has changed an insane amount since 2011. I think 2011 was like version 15. But yeah, that tells you how often I play it. Riley, calm down. Definitely tells you how often I play it. Twice a year, roughly. 7 years. That's almost 3 a year actually. No, it's 2 a year plus 2. 2 remainder 2. There. Road. Version 17 to 23. I did play version 17 to 23. I don't remember much from it though. I'm done upgrading. Yeah. Oh, I can quarry that, I guess. I think that's all I need to do. Yeah, so that's where I want to go, and I'll do that. Yay! Free tech!
We dance for laughter. We dance
free
for
tech.
fears.
Free
we dance
tech.
for madness. We dance for fears.
You can go back to
we dance for screams.
Kation, I guess.
We create the dreams.
I don't remember. I do actually. That was my Asher Pinnapal playthrough, I believe. I think. Wait. It may have been my 4th playthrough actually.
That's short. Kill knife. No.
Might have been my 4th playthrough. I don't actually have any thing to tell me.
Hello everyone, and welcome.
Nope, that was version 21. Version 21 was my 3rd playthrough. Oh, that was when you had to build native culture, like your African culture, your... Yeah, I remember that. I remember having to do that. And you had the city-states and the tribes. And, oh, I remember all that. I remember when they changed the whole name. I missed that. I miss my... Yeah. I miss being able to have... Yeah, the city-states and the tribes, like, it actually changing dependent on your civic and how many cities you had. I liked that. I enjoyed doing that. And Ashurbanipal was like my first run through of the game, proper run through, and that was version 15. The game looked so different as well back then.
Oh.
And ever since then, arsonists have been broken as fuck. Yeah, the version 15 was probably was one of my favourite versions because I could play on gigantic maps. And the turn timers were fucking dumb. I miss that. I miss actually being able to play relatively fast on gigantic maps. Okay, let's actually continue playing. I don't think there's a possibility to play above large. Yeah, I don't think there's a possibility. Well, you could, if you don't mind waiting a year for a turn to tick, then you could play the bigger maps. Arsonists are the strongest early game unit. They bombard. They have one of the highest strengths, and they also take down city defenses. Nothing competes against it until the next era. They are far too strong for when you get them. And the fact that they do everything is another big thing.
Hot night. Good edit.
No, I don't know why you made them that way. Did you make the arsonists? Like, I don't know who made the arsonists. I just feel they're far too strong. For, is it the ancient era? I believe they are. Yeah, like they've got 8 strength, which is stronger than nearly everything else. Even a bison rider is weaker than it.
Somebody's like, hey, I got a popcorn. I heard the Sharpie. There's only this one Snoopy that does it.
I don't know if there's much that's stronger than it. Yes, they are. the only unit which is... They are the most effective unit at taking out a city's defences. That is very true. But they're also the most effective unit at taking a city. Not just taking the defences down, but also destroying the city. Because against the city they have what? Plus... They have a 12 strength. An axeman. It's a swordsman, isn't it? Which should be the thing that takes out cities. Prehistoric. Is weaker. Like, so you're meant to use swordsman against... I think the arsonist strength should be reduced. Keep everything else, just the strength should be like 5. You should have to defend them. You should be using other units, I feel, other than arsonists. And nothing replaces an arsonist until I don't even know when. Even swordsmen, like light swordsmen, are not as strong. I just feel they're a little bit too strong for when you get them. I think reducing their strength would definitely make them more... Yeah? Well, I don't mean, like... I like their bombarding. I like how they're really good at bombarding. They are really good at bombarding. But there should be a unit, say for example the Axeman, which should be better at taking cities than the Arsonist. I just don't think the Arsonist should be a one does all unit. That's all. That is really all like my biggest problem with them. They're a one unit does all unit. I took everything here except a fucking settler. Every single unit that I needed to build a city except a fucking settler. God damn it. It's fine. Yeah, I do. I don't know how to play without Toffer's PPIO mod. Just being able to open up the wiki without waiting my lifetime. Yeah. Maybe, to be honest, the biggest thing I like about Toffer's mod is the wiki being quick to open. That is the biggest thing I like about the mod. I do like most of the things about the mod, but the wiki being able to be opened within an instant is the biggest attraction to it. Even if you just put that part of the mod into the base game. I know there's a lot of people that might not like a lot of the part of Toffer's PPIO mod. So for those, I just feel that the wiki part being a part of the base game should be there. Everything else, yeah. Some people don't like the font, some people don't like this buildings tab. So, yeah. Oh my god, travel crew. And then everything. You built that. I went to there. I got iron. Where? Iron ore here. Where? What? Oh no, that's not iron. That's platinum. Iron ore is on the fucking mountain. Okay, I've already got them. So platinum ore and iron ore on the fucking mountains. Here? Yeah, I forgot how to do that. I forgot how to do that. I looked for that. And I forgot how to do it. I did actually look for that. I wanted to display it, but I forgot where to find it. Otherwise I would have it back. What, the just normal era? I want it back. I forgot how to change that. To show the era rather than map tab, is it? Where is it? Where? No. There you go. It's under advisors. I think it's under advisors. I did. change it to show the era. We'll see if that works, but smileys. Well, this says show era, so it should. That's not what I'm looking for, really. I don't know, like, I still want that to change. I wouldn't have noticed. Let's see. I kind of want to upgrade all these to galas. So I think I will heal them up and go for a bunch of things right now. I want quarry. I need a fortify. He also changed it so that you could do like Shift Alt. I think he said that's something that he changed. I don't know if that was base game or what, but yeah. He just wanted to get rid of those two extra buttons. I do personally miss being able to see. I do personally miss the, like, being able to see what era I'm in, because it just says era rather than ancient. True, I don't mind because I know what era I'm in, but still. I believe I need a charcoal burner in order to build the forge. I also need a smelter.
So what day is it today?
What day?
Yeah.
It is. My brain doesn't work. It is Monday.
My friend said it was Monday at the shops. I said it was Monday at the shops.
Okay. Nice. That will be a lot easier for me because they are upgraded as well, so they're actually really strong, and they can also get upgraded. I am playing on epic speed. My two favorite speeds are epic and the one below that, epic and long.
When I had a swing park on the big one.
What?
When my thing ends at the big swing park. They used to be at the big swing park.
Okay.
I don't know where they were.
Okay. My last playthrough was on epic. My last playthrough was an epic playthrough. So I don't know if this just means they have more space. I don't know how that works. Anyway, we would need to go here. I think I don't really need the canoes anymore. I don't know what they upgrade to. What do war canoes upgrade to? Or galleys, okay. I should be able to build them. Because they're now making my galleys slow. Yeah. And you're done there, so head back. What do you play on again, Joseph? Is it long? You like to play on?
What? What did you say? Dad.
What?
What did you say?
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to
The game?
chat. Blitz too long? Blitz too long. Blitz is not too long. Blitz too fast. Unless you want to go to the end era. My favourite eras are the first three. But they're the most refined. Prehistoric, ancient and classical are my favourite eras. You play Blitz through... Wait, what? What? Anyway, you are here, so I can do Joseph. C to C. Yeah. I play Blitz through long game speed? What do you mean? That makes no sense. Make more sense, Joseph. 1,000 to 4,000 turns is more than enough. 4,000. Oh. Yeah, long. I think long game speed is fine. I'm not too uncomfortable with 6,000 turns, but once you get to the, was it 18,000 turns for epic, it's a bit long. I found it a struggle to keep myself entertained for the whole thing. I actually want... I want to keep a galley here. So you stay here, please. Because you'll be transporting the workers. And this group of people head back to Liquideck. That turns them on. You can turn them off. That one and that one. Yeah. There you go. You can have it turn or not. Is it too cold or too hot? Are you cold or hot? You're hot. Okay. You can turn off. Yeah. Like, I don't... So one of the reasons I played Caveman2Cosmos in the first place was because of the length of the game. I think it was the original... Riley. I think the original game speed was, what, 25,000 turns? What was the original back in version 15? Because I did enjoy it. I know it was a long amount of turns. And then the amount of turns were reduced 14,000 turns. Riley, no. But 14,000 turns was what? Eternity? Speed? But then, also back then, the turn timers were faster. So because the turn timers have gotten longer, it's harder to play at longer games. The longer the longer the turn timers are, the harder it is for me to want to play at slower speeds. I actually think it was fine. I think it'd be fine if you had Eternity at 10,000 and normal at 2,000. At 10,000 seems like it should be the max currently. Currently, anyway. Wasn't normal did get upped recently though, didn't it? Normal wasn't always 2,000. Because when it was Eternity at 8,000, it wasn't normal 2,000. No. Yeah, I don't think anyone really got to 8,000 turns. I don't think anyone ever gets to 20,000 turns. I barely even ever get to 6,000 turns. It's just too... The turn timers get too much for me around about Industrial Era. Around about Industrial Era, no matter how fast or slow I play, it starts lagging up far too much around Industrial. And it's one of the less refined trees. Up to Renaissance Era, I think it's fairly well refined. Anything after from Industrial onwards is meh. I don't think I've ever played to Industrial actually. Normally by the time you get to Renaissance Era, the game's kind of done. You know who's won it. I don't even play on large anymore. I play on standard every single time now. Even standard's too big sometimes. Like with a I'm pretty sure you have increased the size of the maps. Like standard is bigger than a standard map on Civ 4. I play with 5 AI. I don't think they're worth making bigger. Wait, is that the big one? Yeah. Yeah, the like a standard map size is just fucking huge. You can get the last playthrough I had, I comfortably got like 50 cities. You can actually check the last playthrough. You could always go to the the forum. What does it take to use a microphone? What do you mean? What does it take to use a microphone in your end? What do you mean? What, while you're watching or what? The Discord, really. Just going on in the Discord, and if I see you in chat, I would just go on to the microphone. It would either be whichever Discord you would prefer, either the Discord specific to Caveman2Cosmos, or the other Discord, the Riverbank Discord. Yes, like everyone else, except you old fuckers. I'm old though. Oh, I'm 32. Like everyone uses Discord now. We got fucking Thunderbird using it. Toffer doesn't use it. No, I'm not that old, I know. 32 is not old. I like to mess about with that sometimes. I'm old, but I know I'm not. Yeah, Discord's really, really good.
The best artist has that thought alone which is contained within the marble shell. The sculptor's hand can only break the spell to free the figures slumbering in the stone.
It's just so much better than what's it called, Skype or Steam. You? I don't think I need anything. No, you can go there. Like if Discord wasn't as good as it currently is. Imperial Galactic Survival. I don't know about that game. I've got it and I play it, but I don't know about it. I actually preferred it to what it is now. I prefer it less now than what it was. I think you did join the... Yeah, you did join the Discord for Caveman2Cosmos. I got Empyrean... Jesus, when did I get Empyrean? Will this actually tell me? I got Empyrean in 2015.
Now we moved. Oh,
In 2015. 4 years ago. And I liked it back in 2015.
Now,
What?
kids there.
Not yet, no.
Well,
But I don't know what I think of it now. It is vastly different now than what it was back then. Yeah, I got it in August. The year before you got it, Joseph. But I've really not played it. What have I got? 10 hours into it, and I didn't mind it. I don't know what I thought of it. Like, back then, I don't know what I thought of it. And I was like, okay, I'll wait until it's more updated so I can leave the planet. Like, mining was kind of annoying, but I thought mining was better in 2015 than last year. I don't know what it's like now. I've not played it in a while. Your sons are like, fuck you, Dad. I'm not playing this shit with you. I would totally do that to my dad. My dad doesn't play games with me. My dad's very different to me. Very, very, very different to me. My son, however, is just a mini me. And my dad is also one where he's like, he says that introducing me to games was the worst decision that he ever made. Yeah. And he also doesn't like Riley being on the phone and watching pretty much whatever he likes on YouTube, because some of it's swearing, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck, especially considering I live in fucking Scotland, one of the highest swearing countries in the fucking world. The only place that might swear more than Scotland is fucking Australia. In television, my dad bought an Amiga. Was it Amiga 5200? Atari, whatever the 5200 was. Which one? I don't remember if it was Amiga or the Atari, but he bought that, and that was my first computer. Wasn't mine, it was his. But that was the first computer I played a lot of, and then it was PlayStation after that. Atari 5200, yeah. And then after that, it was PlayStation. Forever. And until I got my own PC when I turned 19, I think was the first PC I got. Like my own PC. And then I never really looked back. Back then I was playing World of Warcraft, Warhammer Online, a lot of MMOs back then. A lot of MMOs. Moo was great. Moo was amazing. Moo 2 is better, but I do love Moo. Moo 2, Galactic Civ 1 and 2. My first PC was 13 years ago. Whatever it was like 13 years ago. I've just been so used to upgrading my PC every like few years that I forget what it's like back then. Yeah. Yeah. I actually do remember getting like megabytes of RAM and it being fucking amazing. Like that megabytes was like, oh my god. I remember that. Like a megabyte was insane. And now you're like, oh, it's a megabyte. Gigabytes are, yeah. Yep. It's insane how much things have changed. And it's not even that things changed like slowly. They were fairly, everything was fairly the same until the PlayStation 1 came out, and then everything hyper changed. Very, very fast. And everything slowed down now. I feel that everything except graphics has drastically slowed down. Like, your processors are basically the same they were 8 years ago. The only thing that's really changed is graphics. RAM is even roughly the same. Most people back 8 years ago had between 8 and 16 megabyte. And I feel that's still round about fine, like between 16 and 32. Gigabyte. Whereas graphics cards have went from 1 gigabyte 8 years ago to, what is it, 16 gigabyte? Yes. So my graphics card is a 650 Ti. It's a 1 gigabyte DDR2. So, pretty old now. Starting to struggle with pretty much any new game. I can play new games, but it struggles and I can barely play it with streaming / recording. So I'm jumping from the 650 to the 1080. But the 1080 isn't even new, and it's still fucking expensive. Yay, Kohokyo! Anyway, I will be right back, people. I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Have fun, and bye-bye.